I just got out the elevator in my building, and in my building, it's 200 residents plus, and we down to one elevator at this time, so we kind of cramped up, cramped in, getting to know each other. And it was a particular person on there, and they were talking, and they was a bit flagrant. And I don't want to seem like I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking about someone, but I'm speaking about oral hygiene. And quite frankly, I believe it's the most important hygiene. Now, overly I'm an above average anal person. Like I keep cleansed. I'm not perfectly cleansed, but because of my health practices inside and out, like I can go a long time with working out and everything and still not be flagrant, because I eat and drink a lot of water and I stay to a certain degree of purity, and it really helps out with body odor. Um, but this particular person had like a monster in their mouth, and it was aggressive, and they was talking. And they had a piece of candy, and it was, it wasn't working. It wasn't working. They was vicious. It smelled like it could be like a disease going on, and it's a lot. I want to convey a couple things. Number one, the mouth it carries the most bacteria on our body. I read it a lot of places, studied a lot of things, and take my word for it or research it yourself. I can't remember all the places I know, a lot of things that I know. So I just want to share that. The mouth carries more bacteria than, yes, the butthole. And it's very important we start to understand that when we snack and eat and drink tasty stuff during the day, that a lot of these things stay in our mouth. It may be on our teeth, in between our teeth, up in the gums in between our teeth, up in the gum line between our cheeks and our gums, and just stuck up in there all day, creating a film of nastiness or bacteria, or it be on our tongue. We must do a better job in keeping our mouth cleansed going forward. And I do my best to maintain a level of cleanliness with my tongue. I scrape with my mouth in general. I even brush the roof of my mouth sometimes 3 times a day. I used to have poor hygiene growing up. I'll be the first one to admit it. In general, I had poor hygiene, but I'm talking about oral hygiene right now. And my growing up, 10, 11, 12, 17, I can remember the nastiness of my breath, the me snacking and eating, going to sleep with food in my mouth, and the only thing saved me to a large degree was the spaces, the gaps in between my teeth. Because thank you, mom. I just want to thank what my mom teeth was like. I get it from my mom, and I thank her so much for giving me the spaces in between my teeth so stuff couldn't get caught up in there. So I was able to keep my teeth a whole long time that I really probably shouldn't even have my teeth, but because my mom, Brenda, gave me the DNA to have my teeth separated like as such, that it preserves me. Thanks, mom. Thanks. Anyway, back to scheduled programming. We must cleanse our mouth and not allow food, colorful drink, stuff to sit in there and create bad bacteria to make our mouth dry with nastiness. And then we need to take some type of taste of candy, this and that only multiplies things, that screws up the balance of our DNA because we continuously snacking and eating candy all day. And it's leading us, ushered us along even more to high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attacks, strokes. It's all connected. And I'm under the belief that it starts, well, near the beginning is keeping our mouth cleansed. That is at the beginning, near the beginning of the whole chain to dying of strokes, believe it or not. And I'm dropping this knowledge because, I know some of us know, and some of us that are extremely studied, I don't want to say intelligent, because so many people study and go to college and get masters and stuff, and they really not intelligent. And please forgive me, I'm not really trying to boo-boo on you. I just know that just studying something and being able to regurgitate that something does not place a intelligence criteria based on, IQ standards or the eye test with intelligence. Just because you studied something and the person can regurgitate it, that don't put you on that type of. Anyway, it's very important to keep your mouth cleansed, and especially your tongue. Because if you see your tongue, like we have a film sometimes, and it just be on our tongue, and it's like bacteria, and we shouldn't have that white film just sitting on our tongue, or red dye or Kool-Aid. Like that's like a sign that your hygiene, well, our hygiene is poor when we have those colors just sitting on our tongue, or you could see the film just sitting on your tongue while you talk to someone. It's like I be wanting to talk to people about it because I had very poor hygiene all the way around. Like I would give myself a D at time in my youth, teenage years. I didn't have great hygiene. I didn't know what to do, how to do. And I learned. And at this point, I would love to share certain techniques with everyone so we can have a foundation to which we operate. Like foundation pointers to our family lineage, to our communities, to like, okay, how we do that? And we got a book. It's a manuscript on really how to do it. Because a lot of the things that we practice is just like freelance. We can't keep freelance in our existence. And I don't want to say that because you have the option. You have the option. And I'm not saying you got to or this and that. I would love for you to take what I'm saying and put it under the microscope. Don't ask me where I know it from or this and that. Put it under the microscope, examine it, see if, practice it for like 2 or 3 weeks to 21 days is, the prescribed time to change your behavior or change your taste buds. We should always eat. And whenever we eat, cleanse our mouth properly. Cleanse our mouth properly. Bam! It will eliminate hunger. It will eliminate stinky mouth. That thing was vicious. Y'all shouldn't have been there. I wish I wasn't there. That close to it, man. Somebody was growling, man. I'm like, whoa. I just had to put my head down, like, yeah, man, yeah. Well, I love you, and this is the foundation for Elevation Station. And we got to get somewhere. We got to elevate the next stage of development. Yeah, let's master all these things we should have in order. Let's step 2, having a proper foundation to how we operate. See, I ain't really breaking nothing that's brand new. But I have a way to communicate the foundation that needs to be set for cultural cornerstones. I am the cornerstone. I love you, and I can hold that weight. Peace.